Hello, this is Canan. I'm a filmmaker, translator, and writer, and I would like to apply as a genius for Barcelona. My motivation to become a genius. I am one of the souls in the world that believe that caring is sharing and who holds this value in very high regard. I received a lot of help from friends of friends, and even told strangers wherever I went in the world, whether it was for traveling or living. So, what would inspire me the most to join ExpatGenius would be the idea of giving something back to the world that has been so supportive and generous to me. I like the flexibility this job would offer me too, since I can set prices and times I am available. The services I would like to offer. Actually, except for taxation and legal assistance, I can imagine to be offering a broad set of services to expats before and during their stay in Barcelona. Administrative services would be helping with their visa requests if necessary, obtaining a social security number, the NIE, which is the tax identification number in Spain, the Catalan health insurance card, or the proof from the social security office that someone is in the Spanish security system, so they won't have to pay for their health insurance in their home country anymore, which is relevant for the EU countries, for example. Last but not least, I'll be there assisting on opening a bank account, which was also on your list. As to home search, I can help finding the right place by looking at different online platforms and contacting estate agents, sending the expat a list of possibilities, go see the place, report back to them, or go there together with them if they are already in Barcelona, as they wish, as it's applicable. Regarding job and career, I can help expats setting up a competitive profile on online job search platforms, adjusting and translating their CV into Spanish, preparing them for their job interview if it's going to be in Spanish, of course, or also in English, finding a good language course for them, and also accompanying the expat anywhere they might need an interpreter, the doctor, for example. Tourism. I am a local of Barcelona, so I can show expats around, take them to good dining places, to bars, to clubs, for a picnic, up the mountain, anywhere actually, or just give recommendations so they can explore what is there on their own. Customized services from me would include picking up the client at the airport and accompanying them to their new homes or a temporary accommodation. I also see myself helping expats with networking in Barcelona, whether it's about hobbies or work, especially if they're interested in meeting people from the documentary film industry and connect with other yogis, because that's what I do. And last but not least, I have a great accountant that I could put them in touch with for any questions regarding taxation and work-related issues. He is very good and not too expensive. What qualifies me to offer those services? Well, first of all, I would describe myself as an open-minded and outgoing person. I speak 4 languages and I love helping people, whether it's my family, friends, or strangers. I lived in 3 different countries so far, including Spain, Germany, and the UK. I lived in Barcelona, as I already said, as you know. Grew up in Berlin, and I lived in London. And I've traveled to a lot more, as far as to Iraqi Kurdistan and Trinidad and Tobago. Since I was born, I have been an immigrant because my grandparents are originally from Turkey, and later I was an expat, as I already said. I know exactly how it feels and how challenging it can be to face administrative, cultural work, or accommodation-related questions that you're just not prepared for, and sometimes it can be very quick, like, for example, when I did my MA in London, everything had to be done very, very fast, and the people that were there to help me, they were really, really, really important for me to save time and a lot of stress. Translations and interpreting, I would say, are my specialty because I've done both since I was a child, first for my family and later for jobs, which I'm continuing at the moment as a freelancer. I can offer a variety of services to people who want to live in Barcelona, specifically because I went through all the getting my papers together, finding work, a flat, etc. myself several times already. Oh, and maybe my languages, again, I speak Turkish and German as a native. My English is fluent, as you might have recognized, and my Spanish too, as I studied here and as I work here. my previous experience supporting expats. In Barcelona, I recently helped a friend of a good friend of mine to find a flat. I translated her CV. I I also showed her around, and eventually we became friends. And now it's like a mutual thing because she's a new expat, and she might get to know new things that I have not known about, I've not heard about. In Berlin, where I grew up and lived during most of my life, I did much more than that. I recommended people for jobs. I accompanied them to different departments like the Aliens Department, Social Security and Finance Office, and did all kind of different translations. What do I believe will be the most required services in Barcelona? Well, here and in Spain in general, information from the authorities is sometimes very, very confusing. Like you have to go on different platforms to really get everything together. And I've done that already. So I have my documents and overviews in place, so I can refer to them to give the accurate information to expats. Then home search. The real estate market has transformed a lot in the last few years in Catalonia as anywhere in Spain due to the economic crisis. Rents have dropped significantly, which is of course a positive thing, but then on the other hand, you go to a place and there might be like hidden things that you want to know about, so you can separate a bargain from a scam, which I can help clients with. Thirdly, coming to a new city means you have to know the little big secrets of local culture and people, so you can end up feeling like local yourself as quick as possible, which you really want to do. To truly connect with your neighbors and other people living in the city, you have to understand where they are coming from in all kind of different situations, so you can avoid the clashing that can happen a lot of times, no? And regarding Barcelona, knowing a teeny bit of Catalan, just to give you an example, makes a world of difference. So that was it. I hope I will hear back from you very soon. Thank you very much, and hasta luego.